Republicans in the Senate just blocked yet another attempt by Democrats to extend the child tax credit that Harris originally led the way on in 2021, and the attempts to expand it thereafter that cut child poverty nearly in half. But once Republicans gained House majority, they voted to end it. So let's look at this most recent vote and see how it turned out.
On this vote, the yeas are 48, the nays are 44. 3/5 of senators duly chosen and sworn have not voted in the affirmative. The motion is not agreed to.
Reconsider.
Motion is entered.
Thank you, Madam President. And once again, let me just repeat quickly, I'm just really saddened by the fact that our Republican colleagues have not voted for a bill that passed so overwhelmingly in the House, put together by a conservative Republican chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, and that would do so much to help housing, help kids and families, and help businesses.
Never again will we let MAGA parade around and pretend that Republicans are the party that cares about family and children when they do nothing. They actually actively work to hurt them once they are born, voting against a bill that would slash child poverty, now doing so multiple times over. In this one, this rendition would have been linked to inflation. So the feel of the money that these low-income and middle-class families were receiving would never change. If inflation went up, the money that families would receive would be going up, while also allowing for tax deductions for businesses and research and development, things that if businesses have to spend money on, it often raises costs for consumers. So giving them deductions in these departments would lower consumer costs, and it would save money in development for these businesses. It would help them grow. It would be enormous for the economy. But of course, Republicans don't care about any of that because it's not for major corporations. It's not just lining the pockets of owners in the top 1%. And now I want to also take a moment to dispel myths I frequently hear outside of the channel. I've seen recently on the channel with polls I've done about the tax credit. Let's talk about what Trump did with the tax credit, because it's very disingenuous to act like he had any real effect on raising it, because he did not double the child tax credit for everyone, not even for the majority of families. He added multiple provisions to raising it, allowing only wealthy families to be able to claim the full $2,000. For most families, literally most families, middle-income families, and low-income families, middle and low, working-class families, it stayed at $1,000. To say that Trump doubled the child tax credit is disingenuous at best, outright propaganda at worst. A single mother with 2 children working full-time with overtime on minimum wage, she could be working 60 hours a week, would have only received an increase of $75. He doubled it where? He didn't. For Trump, this was just another handout to the wealthy, a tax cut for the wealthy and the wealthy only. Those making $400,000 a year got a double child tax credit. Middle class and lower income families did not get a child tax credit. You tell me who needs a child tax credit more. Somebody making $60,000 a year or someone making $400,000 a year? So no, again, he did not double the child tax credit for anyone who actually relies on it, who actually needs more money in their hands and for their families. He gave more handouts to wealthy people. That was it. It's just like all the other tax cuts and all the other handouts he gave to wealthy people and to corporations. This was just another one of those. Joe Biden and Harris are the ones single-handedly that ended the fact that the child tax credit was coupled with income, making it where all families would be eligible to receive the full amount. That is what had a massive impact, a massive, massive impact for middle class, for lower income families, the families that rely on it, even the upper middle class. All of these people were cut out of Trump's tax cut, of Trump's child tax credit, but they're not cut out of Biden's because they don't pander to the rich. They don't pander to the wealthy. They do things building from the middle out the way that it should be. Biden also raised it to $30,000 for all, or $3,600 for kids under the age of 6. And this is what had the major effects. Reports have shown that a tax credit of $2,700, as low as that, for kids would do massive in terms of reducing child poverty. And that's just what his $3,000, $3,600 child tax credit did. Republicans then, once getting House majority in 2022, voted against it. They voted against bringing it back in 2023, and now they voted against it in 2024. Even though Trump's tax cuts for the rich are about to expire, which will leave middle and lower income families actually paying more in taxes than they did before the cuts. That was the trick that he put into this, where for corporations and the 1%, those are all permanent. They get their tax cuts forever, but as of next year, Middle class families, lower class families, working class families will be paying more in taxes. It gives the game away as to who Republicans legislate for and who Biden and Kamala are legislating for. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you want to support, because the only way we become a society is together.